Larry Andersen joining us now. L.A., what's up, brother?
How we looking?
Feeling pretty good, man. Feeling pretty good. Yeah, yes, sir. So, do you the baseball playoffs started yesterday. Are you you a guy that watches the other stuff? You watch anything yesterday, or you're just waiting for this weekend?
I watch them, when I'm in front of a TV. I mean, if I'm around to watch, I have them on. Yeah, definitely. I've got it on now.
I have to say, watching the Dodgers last night, a little scary. They look like they're rounded into form, those Dodgers. I don't think we're going to get a chance to see the Reds. That's my observation.
Scary?
Yeah, a little scary. Yeah, a little scary.
I might go a little further than that.
Yeah.
For now, I'll just take a little scary.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I just want to get your general vibe and feeling on the Phils going into the playoffs this year. Last year, it didn't feel great, honestly. We had a really good record, but the last 3 months of the season did not go well. We have almost everybody. Zach Wheeler's not back, but Trey's back. Going into the playoffs, I guess, what does your gut tell you on this Phillies team?
That I think they have as good a chance as anybody. Well, maybe not as good a chance as the Reds, but I think going against the Dodgers is going to be a tough battle. But I think the Phils held their own against them this year. Basically against their bullpen. I'm more concerned that they got to get something going. The offense kind of sputtered a little bit the last week, which I don't know. To me, I think we're 5 for 50 something in our last 6-7 games with men in scoring position. I would just like to see them. I'd like to have seen that pick up a little bit more. But the playoffs are different, and these guys know what it's like. They got a lot of energy. They're definitely going to be coming ready to play. So I think it's going to be a great series.
Yeah,
so
I did.
I'm confident that they can do what they got to do, but again, they got to hit.
I'm interested in that mindset, and it's something that I think they are in the right place, LA. It seems like the message coming out of the clubhouse, the idea that they're not playing in the first series and the bye week. Trey didn't want to have to hear any of that. Bryce felt the same way. There's no excuses. It seems like they're in the right mind frame coming into this year's postseason to where they at least have the intentions of playing deep until October. Do you like where they are mentally right now heading into the playoffs?
Yeah, I think so. It's always a resilient team, and they can have a stretch like how they ended the season. I know they won the 2 series, but they just. I would have expected more, but they're resilient and they can. I don't know. I don't want to say turn on a switch, but I think with the energy. I mean, it's a club that they live at the ballpark, at this ballpark. They live a different style. I don't say live a different style. They play a different style at home when there's the energy in there. I didn't see as much energy or feel as much energy just all around from the fans, from the ballpark, from everything. The last week. Once they clinched the spot. I think it was kind of just a little bit of a, kickback, or I don't know what the word is, but the intensity I didn't think was there. Mm-hmm. I didn't think, but I don't. It's so different going into the playoffs, and with these guys, they're used to it. They've got the experience in the playoffs. I expect them to come out going gangbusters here at home the first 2 games. I really do, and we can't play sloppy baseball. We got to be smart on the bases. I think there's got to be some small ball involved, and doing the little things, not making mistakes. And I think one of the big keys is getting Turner back, where he's just will not be afraid to test his legs. And he might do that a little bit tonight. I don't know, but I think that's getting him back there is key. He didn't bust anything, out of the box or anything, but is he going to be able to steal bases and feel comfortable? The big thing is mental. That's the biggest thing I think for him, for anybody coming back from injury, is trusting that you're not going to snap something again. You're not going to feel something or pull something, that you're good to go. And I think once you get that in your head, but you can't just automatically just. We're human, and knowing that it's there, you can't just deny it. And so I think that's going to be a big part for Trey, is just, finding out if he can really let it go or if he's got to play it a little more gingerly. And I think that either way, it makes a big difference. If he's got it in his mind that he can go, then I think that makes a big difference for the whole ball club.
Yeah, I mean, he had so many infield hits this year, and it took him so long last year after the hamstring injury to feel comfortable enough to open it up. That is the concern, is that there's not 2 months for him to get his mind right for his hamstring. It might only be 3 games if it doesn't go the right way. So he has, and especially at the top of the lineup where he is. One guy who did look good in that week was Aaron Nola. He had his best start of the year. I mean, by far. It was against basically a double-A team with the Twins, but it was still a great start. Where's your confidence level on Nola, and would you consider starting him in the NLDS? There's enough off days where you wouldn't need to if you don't have to. Where are you at with Nola?
I don't know. I mean, for me, I'm looking at guys that were more consistent throughout the year. To come back and pitch one game and go, hey, he's on track, he's there. It's like I don't see that. I really like the way he threw his first 2 pitches he threw, both at the knees, both on the outside part of the. One was off the plate away, just barely missed. The other one was right on the corner. And once he did that, I was like, oh man, he's finally going to do that. And I thought he threw the ball really well. But again, it's like you said, he wasn't facing the Dodgers. And that makes a difference. But it's tough. He's a competitor. He wants to go out and compete. But is it the consistency that you want? I mean, no, not for me. But I think Thompson has a lot of confidence in him, and I think he's got a lot of confidence in himself. And again, it's going into the playoffs, so it's things change. So I don't know. I thought they were just going to go with 3 lefties, but they, if they need another guy, it's got to be Nola, I imagine.
Yep. So speaking of confidence, I'm going to name you 4 bullpen guys, and you're going to give me your confidence level 1 to 10 on that bullpen guy in a tough situation in the playoffs. So first one, it's easy at the beginning. It gets progressively more difficult. Joan Duran.
Totally confident.
So a 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Matt Strom.
10.
10? Wow. Okay. David Robertson.
10.
Ooh, boy.
Oh, okay. Orion Kirkering.
10.
All right. Now get out of here. I didn't know I was talking to Jack here. I thought I was talking to L.A., the truth teller. Okay. All right. Fine.
You know what? I look at that Strom. Duran is Duran.
Yes.
I don't.
For sure.
He's gonna do what he's got to do. Strom, you just got to look at his numbers. Especially this second half. I see pitches. Some pitches I've seen him throw where I'm like, ooh, but he hasn't gotten hit. He hasn't been hurt bad, and it's so it's like it's hard for me to go. Well, I'm not really confident in him because he's done it when he's gone in there. And I think with Kirkering, I really do think his very last outing was a big confidence boost for him. I really do. I think, and that makes a big difference. If he'd struggled there, I would be very hesitant to give him the ball, in a crucial situation. But I think that helped him a lot. I really do. And hopefully it did and gives him the confidence that he can go out there. But he's got to all of them have to make pitches. That's the bottom line. And if he feels like he can go out there, make his pitches, hit the spots with his sweeper and his fastball, he's got great stuff. And so I think the biggest thing with him, is just mental. And if he's confident when you go out there, it's just really tough to be successful without confidence. And without confidence, you can't have much success. You can't have success without confidence. They go hand in hand. But I think his last outing it really opened his eyes to what he can do, and he just got to, be consistent in his mind, in his head, what he wants to do when he's out there.
Well, I think one of the things going through our minds, and I'm sure it's going through the team's mind, is that, look, we hope some of these guys are back, all of them are back, but, Kyle Schwarber is a free agent, Ranger Suarez is a free agent, JT Realmuto is a free agent, and this run, this core, it would be a shame if they did not get one World Series with all those guys here. And whether they say it or not, there's no doubt that they know that this could be the last ride for this specific core. And I'm sure it's going through their mind when they go into this playoffs.
Yeah, and that's I mean I think it's one thing that you can take it two ways, but I think it's them understanding what they got to do, and not go out there and don't try and do more than you're capable. Just go out and do your job. Just say, this is my job. This is what I got to do. And just go out there and just play their game and play clean baseball. I think they're as good as any. I mean, a lot of people are picking the Phillies to win it all.
Yeah, it's terrifying. I wish they would stop.
It does get a little like,
Just say the Dodgers. Just say the Dodgers.
Yeah, everyone just say the Dodgers. It makes it easier.
Well, the Dodgers, I mean, you look at the rotation now. I mean, they got guys healthy, and we didn't do a whole lot against their starters at that series out in L.A. We won 2 out of 3, but that was against their bullpen, basically. Their starters shut us down. Again, that's, it's not the playoffs. It might have been a playoffs atmosphere out there, but it's not the playoffs. And coming home and starting against those guys, their starting pitchers have been phenomenal of late. They really have. But the Phils can hit them. I mean, if they go out there and they get their minds together and their bats together, they can do some damage. So I'm confident that no matter what happens, they're definitely, it's going to be a battle.
I got one important question for him.
Yeah.
L.A. Fritz is filling the role of L.A. tonight.
Yeah, during
for this intra-squad
Well, again,
game.
the's no Phil in that role. You know
well,
what I mean?
I'm just saying.
You said you were the next LA.
Yeah,
well, I said, I'm gunning for his job, but besides that.
So I'm saying is he's calling the game tonight with James Seltzer, the intra-squad game. You got any advice for Fritz with the color commentating tonight?
Keep an eye on the umpires.
Yep. Yeah. and fastballs down and away.
Yes.
Fastballs down and away.
Right. That's exactly right.
All right, LA. Well, we will have the first game. The first game will be 6:08 or 6:58 on Saturday.
Right.
38. And we look forward to hearing you and Scott calling the game. And we hope there's a lot of games. There weren't enough playoff games last year.
I'm coming by the booth Saturday, man.
Well, you better.
I'm coming by to say hello. I got to go.
All right, please do.
All right, LA.
And then 11 wins, and we can do the parade.
Yes,
that's right.
Would be nice.
All right, brother.
All right, LA.
For me.
All right, see you, man.
Yes.
There he is, Larry Andersen.